wonder why people find joy in Tiki? Well, we're going to explore that today. This is part number 5 of my 10-part series where we apply Ingrid Fetell Lee's book Joyful to Tiki culture and why people find joy in Tiki. Today we're going to explore the aesthetic of joy called play. And this applies to spheres, bubbly forms, and circles, and much, much more. And it all is relevant to the joy in Tiki. So let's go explore, Mookie. Ingrid Fetell Lee writes in her book Joyful in the chapter Play, break out a ball and a dog, a chimpanzee, or a dolphin will try to play with it. Sea lions even play with pufferfish as if they were beach balls. It shouldn't surprise us that a ball in the hands of a highly intelligent social animal is going to bring out a lot of familiar behaviors. But why do round objects act as such a strong and universal play cues? As children grow, they must navigate between opposing goals, safety and exploration. Learning about the world requires hands-on engagement, but this entails a certain amount of risk. Playful objects help resolve this tension, promoting discovery without subjecting the player to unnecessary danger. Circles and spheres are the most approachable shapes, with no sharp edges to risk injury. Our emotional brain understands this intuitively and unconsciously prefers round forms over angular ones. Research has shown that people implicitly associate curved forms with safety and positivity, while associating sharp angles with danger and negativity. Because sharp objects in our environment, such as teeth or thorns, represented potential sources of danger to our ancestors, we have evolved to respond to angled contours with an unconscious level of caution. Angular objects, even if they're not directly in your path as you move through your home, have an unconscious effect on your emotions. They may look chic and sophisticated, but they inhibit our playful impulses. Round shapes do just the opposite. A circular or elliptical coffee table changes a living room from a space for restraint interactions to a lively center for conversations and impromptu games. Hawaii has played a significant role in the development and evolution of Tiki culture, with its rich history and unique cultural traditions adding to the overall tapestry. Hawaiian culture, with its emphasis on nature, family, and community, has been a significant influence on Tiki art, music, and dance. In addition to cultural influences, Hawaii is home to the most iconic Tiki establishments in the world. The Royal Hawaiian in Waikiki is a classic Tiki hotel that has been welcoming guests since 1927, offering a luxurious and unforgettable Hawaiian experience. Hawaii's unique blend of culture, history, and natural beauty make it a must-visit destination for any Tiki enthusiast. The Hawaiian culture itself is immersed in round shapes and circular motions. Take, for instance, hula dancing. In hula dance, circular motions in hand movements can represent various things, including sun, the ocean, or the wind. Circular motions can also be used to depict specific elements or emotions within the story of the dance telling. The ami, a hip swaying movement, is a key circular motion in hula, and it is often used to depict the movement of the hips as they are circling around the body. Hawaiian myth utilizes the closed circle to represent a life without beginning or end that manifests within the planet and all of the universe. The circle brings sacred knowledge, which demonstrates the interconnected nature of all things. Hawaiian myth states that when humans were filled with the breath of life, they also received the gift of umaki, or bowl, to contain this divine breath. In other words, the bowl is a symbol of our bodies, as the exterior of the bowl is a circle. As time went on, the circle also came to symbolize a council or group of people coming together to discuss issues that matter to the group. To maintain the breadth of life within the circle of people, all individuals must be able to voice their perspective while listening to those who disagree in order to reach a consensus. The circle approach to disagreement moves humans from the place of creation into the future as one group. A Hawaiian Lei is a wreath of fresh flowers, leaves, shells, or even feathers traditionally worn around the neck. In English, we refer to them as leis, but in Hawaiian, the plural form for leis is nale. This symbol is deeply rooted in Hawaiian culture and has parallels in various Polynesian and Asian cultures. Particularly on the island of Maui, the lei making tradition is vibrant, often incorporating unique local floral such as the stunning orchid. In Hawaii, the lei is much more than a decorative garland. It serves as a silent yet potent message of complex feelings, often carrying the weight of the words left unspoken. Whether conveying love, friendship, or even condolences, it goes beyond the immediate beauty. The type of flower used and the color chosen often convey personalized messages understood within the community. Over the years, Hawaiian lei stands have offered a variety of colors and types of leis to visitors and locals alike. On the island of Maui, local artisans often integrate indigenous flora into their leis, crafting each one as homage to the island's unique landscape and cultural history. These garlands are often given upon arrival to the Hawaiian Islands and a symbol of aloha, a term embodying love, peace, and compassion. From ancient times to modern times, the lei has retained its cultural significance, beautifully hand-woven into its rich traditions of Hawaiian people. Safety isn't the only thing that roundness has going for it. Curved objects have a broad range of affordances, a term designers use to describe the different ways an object can be used. When creating objects for everyday life, designers usually try to limit the affordances so that the object's function is clear to the person using it. For example, a door with a bar-shaped handle has affordances that suggest it can be pulled or pushed. Because play involves undirected activity and a search for novelty, the best toys are those that can be used in a wide variety of ways. This explains why found objects such as rocks and sticks make such attractive playthings, and why snow is so joyful. It changes the affordances of the landscape, turning an ordinary surface into something that can be scooped, slid across, and shaped into an endless variety of forms. Of all toys, balls have the broadest affordances. I realize this layout also makes parties more enjoyable. Circular layouts increase movement, reducing the likelihood of guests getting stuck in a corner and making it easier to mingle. It seems circular movement is joyful even for adults. In a 2008 Saturday Night Live skit, the actor Chistopher Walken plays a mild-mannered gardener with a problematic phobia. He is afraid of plants. Fortunately, he has developed a strategy to mitigate this debilitating fear. As the camera fades, we see him in a beige apron, misting a stand of cacti, each with a pair of googly eyes affixed to it. He says, "Normally plants don't have eyes, so it's hard for me to trust them." He shrugs, hence googly eyes. The shy gardener attributes the success of this strategy to the way it enables him to make eye contact with his plants. But the cartoonish stick-on eyes have another effect, one that is much more subtle. They make even the prickliest cactus look playful and innocent. Wide-eyed gaze, or big eyes, are a key characteristic to a set of physical attributes common to juvenile animals of many species that lend the appearance of innocence and vulnerability. These create features in an impression of cuteness that is hard to resist. What we don't often think about is that cuteness helps ensure the survival of species. Those big eyes and apple cheeks create a spark of joy and stimulate protective, nurturing impulses that help ensure a baby's survival. This is no accident. Walt Disney was well aware of the power of cuteness to stir emotion and supposedly taped a note reading, "Keep it cute," above the animators' desks. As a result, cute characters often have even bigger faces and rounder eyes than most adorable baby animals. It is strange to think that a few curvy lines on a page or screen can bring on an genuine pang of playfulness and affection. A recent study from Japan showed that people perform better on tasks requiring intense concentration after looking at cute babies and animals. Of course, no place has more cuteness per square foot than Disneyland, which does not so much draw out the inner child as melt the adult around it. Cute boats and cars whisk family on rides through colorful, miniaturized worlds. Big-eyed characters pose for pictures with adoring fans. During World War II, many soldiers were stationed in the South Pacific. When they came back home, they wanted to bring a flavor of the islands back to America. This inspired Walt Disney to create the Enchanted Tiki room. Walt Disney loved Hawaii. He took his wife to Hawaii in 1934. Walt and his wife Lillian were then gone on their first Hawaiian trip from August 10th to September 1st, 1934. They sailed on the Matson liner SS Lurline to Oahu, decades before Hawaii even became a state. It was approximately a 6-day cruise. On his trip to Hawaii, he visited the troops and a local Mickey Mouse club. This is where he got the idea for Mickey Mouse to take a trip to Hawaii. Walt Disney was a major trendsetter in American pop culture, and his love of the Polynesian culture influenced the Tiki movement. This was also an inspiration for the Polynesian village in the Magic Kingdom. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, formerly Disney's Polynesian Resort from 1985 to 2014, is a Disney-owned and operated resort located at the Walt Disney World Resort. It began operation on October 1st, 1971, as one of Walt Disney World Resort's first 2 on-site hotels. The resort has a self-seas theme and was originally opened with 492 rooms. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort is situated on the south shore of the man-made Seven Seas Lagoon, south of the Magic Kingdom and adjacent to the other Walt Disney World complexes. The resort is on the Magic Kingdom monorail loop, providing transportation to the Magic Kingdom and Epcot Center, and is part of the route for Disney's Magic Kingdom Resort's water launch service. In March 2021, Disney Parks blog revealed updated rooms with new furnishings, fixtures, and Moana-themed details, patterns, textures, and colors. In March 2022, it announced that the resort's luau show, the Spirit of Aloha dinner show, would not be returning after closing 2 years earlier due to COVID. The Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room is a popular attraction at Disneyland and Magic Kingdom. It's a musical audio animatronic show inspired by American Tiki culture, featuring singing birds, flowers, and Tiki statues in the South Pacific setting. The show uses audio animatronics, a technology introduced by Walt Disney in 1963 to bring the performances to life. I think if you can imagine a tropical Chuck E. Cheese. It's located in Disneyland Park and Magic Kingdom and was previously in Tokyo Disneyland. It's a pseudo-Polynesian musical show drawing inspiration from American tiki culture during the 1960s. The Tiki Room in Disneyland was the first air-conditioned attraction ever. So anyways, just to sum things up, the aesthetic of play is related to pretty much all aspects of tiki culture. And what is play but to escape from reality? And that is all tiki culture is. It is a form of escapism. And there's so many ways you can play within the tiki culture environment. Of course, I indulge in the drink making aspect of it. I do a lot of tropical drinks. And with this comes gatherings or meeting people and socializing. Tropical themed parties are an amazing way or form of play where you can escape. Even just like a house party with a tropical theme is a wonderful way to play and pass the evening. Also in tiki culture, there's the music and artwork. With the music, there's dancing and movement, which can be associated with play as well. And then there's the collecting part of tiki culture. I collect tiki mugs. Some people collect Hawaiian shirts or artwork or trinkets from actual tropical places. And there's definitely a childlike joy we get when we collect wonderful items from far off places. Just like any child would play with his toy collection, marble collection, or anything like that. It's all play. And that's why tiki culture is so popular. It's a break from your everyday grind of work. And it really is a form of escapism and play. And you can choose how you play. If you don't like wearing loud shirts, leave it out. If you don't drink alcohol, you don't have to. This is a world you're creating for your own pleasure. That is why I find joy in tiki culture. And if you're not familiar with this type of lifestyle, give it a try. Go on a tropical vacation. Have a tropical themed party and invite your friends. And see what aspect of play in tiki culture you enjoy the most. Or just go to the beach and put your feet in the sand and relax. That's all tiki culture is. Just going to another place away from your daily work. And again, that's why I find joy in tiki.
Thanks for watching another episode of Chappie's Tiki Bar. I'm Chappie and this is Mookie. We're saying life is hard. That's just the way it goes, but sometimes it goes the other way. See you next time on Chappie's Tiki Bar.